Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Is retiring early all it's cracked up to be? Absolutely. Retiring at 55 is one of my greatest achievements because the average man in America retires at 65. But it wasn't your normal retirement. There was no gold watch, there was no plaque, there was no big pension, there was no send-off. As an insurance agent, I just simply walked away. But I had that 10-year jump on the system. I had 10 years, and I'm almost 8 years into that 10 years. No job, no boss, the daily grind, just getting up on those cold winter mornings to get the car warm. All that was gone. I had my freedom. The number one thing I really have is my health and my strength. I gave the system, technically 38 years. The average man over in America works 40 to 45 years before retiring. So I put my time in, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't nobody give me anything. So I wasn't going to give the system every damn thing. I wasn't going to die out there, knocking on doors and running appointments. To be able to enjoy my retirement, that's the whole point. If all you're getting from your retirement is a pension, then you cheated yourself. I can travel. I can do whatever I want to do. And I'm able to do it. I have no regrets. Am I telling you to do that? Absolutely not. Everybody's situation is different. Because like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of money. The average person who retires my age, the highest average was $600,000 in savings. But the median, which is what majority of people have, is somewhere around $200,000. I did not have that. I was due to receive $1,900. I retired December 2018, long before the pandemic. And when I say I retired, it wasn't official because I'm my own boss. I own my own insurance agency. I was just able to walk away, but it wasn't official until July of 2025 when I started receiving my Social Security. But I knew I was due for $1,900 in insurance renewals starting January 1st, 2019. And then I had like $3,000 or $4,000 in my bank account. Then I knew I had another $14,000 coming in commission. So I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I did have the willingness to take the chance. I was burned out. I was tired, not physically tired, from going to work every day and, not the type of tired where you didn't get enough sleep. I'm talking about the kind of tired of doing the same thing over and over and over and not really getting anywhere. So no, I didn't have all that money, but I had my health and strength. I was going to be able to enjoy it. And see, that's always been a nightmare of mine. Okay, to retire this old man, and people say, well, Cal, you still working now, you got YouTube. Well, I love what I do on YouTube. So when you love your work, you'll never work another day in your life. Guys, I'm not working, okay? I don't have to do this anymore. I got my insurance renewals. I have my Social Security. It doesn't mean I'm rich, but it means that I've got more than enough to maintain this comfortable lifestyle I have in the Philippines. But it hasn't come without, its cons. Remember, I had to, now the thing was, well, what about my health care? A lot of people, they're staring them in the face when they retire young. What about your health care? Well, self-care for the first few years, and even now, Well, I may go to the doctor once a year. Okay, and because I'm over here in the Philippines, I just pay that out of my pocket. Although I do have a field health policy that I got years and years ago. I mean, even before I retired. Okay, I was married to a Filipino before. But self-care and, just being very fortunate. I don't drink, I don't smoke. My diet is not the best, okay? But I do exercise. I'm just glad that I was able to do that, man. I'm 62 now. And I don't feel any different than I was when I was 55. I got a head start. I'm not advocating this for anybody else. Most people say, Cal, you was foolish. Well, this is my life. I can do what I want to do with it. There's no perfect plan, everybody. Do what's best for you. Do what works for you. Get in where you fit in. That's all I'm saying, but I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a thing. Okay? So thank y'all so much for stopping by. The reason I'm talking about this today, remember, I just don't get on here and start talking about stuff. It's a lot of young guys who contact me now. They're in their 30s, they're in their 40s. I even got a little guy, William, shout out to William down in Savannah, Georgia. He's in his 20s, got a great job, and they're asking me, is this amount of money enough to retire? I want to retire at 56. One guy's getting ready to retire now. He's getting ready to sell everything. He's 40 something. William's 24. The number one thing is, guys, to have some type of plan. I had just a simple plan. See, I hadn't married a Filipino, but I brought her and our son over to America. And I told her, look, in 4 years, I'm leaving this rat race. I'm out of here. I knew what I had to do, and I did it. And I have no regrets at all. It's been all good right now. Okay. And even when the bad times come, I'm going to be ready for them. If not, look, what a hell of a trade-off. Almost 8 years straight of good living. I can get up right now and go run a mile if I want to. Go to the gym. Go to Boracay if I want to. Go back in there and go to bed if I want to. On my own strength. Nobody's helping me to do that. That's very important. That was very important to me. So to anybody out there that's thinking about it, you got to have the courage. Remember, this is your life. Don't let these people try to box you into this perfect lifetime. This is what we do in America. I don't know about anywhere else. Are you the perfect father? Are you the perfect husband, the worker? Did you do everything right? You don't always have to do everything right to get it right. I get this right. I'm 10 years ahead of the curve, guys. Okay? It's a great achievement of mine. Besides stopping drinking, of course, my children is my number one achievement, but when I stopped drinking, when I built this house, and when I retired at 55. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. Now the day goes by that I don't help somebody. If I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Have a plan. What do you want to do? Put it out there in the ether. If you want to retire at 50, 55, whatever it is, you may love your job. Like the guy at Ford down in Chicago. 65 years, he's still working, 83 years old. He's number one on the seniority list of all 160,000 Ford employees, blue collar Ford workers. If that's what you want to do it. My hat goes out to him. That's his life. He must love that job. They even talked to another guy. Well, two other guys. One guy was 77 and the other guy was 74. They had been there, man, over 50 years, I wasn't afraid, man. No, I didn't have the big 401k to roll over into an IRA. I didn't get the gold watch, the plaque, the send-off. I just quietly walked away. I didn't need anything more than that. I wanted more for my retirement than a damn pension. And I've gotten it. And some. And some, guys. If I died today, promise you, man, there's nothing I could complain about. These last almost 7.5 years have been better than anything I could ever imagine. So if you want to put in the comments, what year are you going to retire? How old are you going to be when you retire? What are your plans for retirement? Are you going to wait till you get a certain amount of money? Guys, listen. As human beings, we never have enough money. This is what you have to understand. Look at these billionaires over in America. They never have enough, man. They're still out there grinding. Look at the professional athletes, the entertainers who go broke after having millions and millions of dollars. You're never going to have enough money. So no matter what you put in your head, that's why people are working now. I got a buddy over in Guam. She's 67. He said, shit, I'm going to keep on getting this easy money. At what cost? At what cost? So when you finally do walk away, are you going to walk away on your own strength, or you have to be helped away?
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing. When we help others, we